What's up, welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Jorja Smith's second album, Falling or Flying. It's been a long time for Jorja Smith. We, of course, got an EP back in 2021, Be Right Back. But the debut album, Lost and Found, back in 2018. It's been a long time. It's been a long way for me because I was a gigantic fan of Lost and Found. That was in my top 10 albums of 2018. I was really kind of blown away by what Jorja Smith had to kind of bust onto the scene as, which was, I think, a really singular talent in the R&B space, and really standing out for, I think, her really dynamic, rich, unique vocal strength and talent, and just having a real ear for crafting amazing songs. A big fan of songs like Teenage Fantasy and Where Did I Go, and of course her breakthrough single Blue Lights. Really special artist. And she's taken her time. That Be Right Back EP, a bit of a holdover project. But of course, I respect the long wait when it leads to something like Falling or Flying. I think this is a really awesome album from Jorja Smith. I'm very satisfied with it. And I think it's an awesome record. Big fan. I think what stands out to me most about Falling or Flying and like kind of where it stands, like the place for Jorja's career to this point. Like, this is an album where Jorja's trying a lot of different things, but it never really distracts, I think, from the strength of the whole album. It really speaks to, I think, her strength and also her, I think, sonic chemistry with the production duo behind most of the album, which would be Dame Dame, which is actually a duo that Jorja has known for quite a long time, funny enough. And, she's not really doing any trend chasing on this album at all, but still standing out due to her, I think, her natural talent. Standing out in R&B, in female R&B, is, I think, it's harder now than it was when Lost and Found came out. The R&B genre has really rebounded. There is a plethora of compelling and successful artists operating right now. In general, like, it's a very popular genre once again. SZA's doing arena tours after all. So Jorja is coming, I think, back into the fore. She's done some features here and there, but she's kind of really coming back into the swing of things when there's a lot going on in the space. But she just has, I think, a uniqueness to the way she sings, and I think the rich texture, just very dynamic singing voice. And I listen to her sing about just about anything, just 'cause I think it's a really special voice. And Falling or Flying, like I said, the production really kind of hits that home for you, where these are just, I think, engaging song after engaging song. I mean, first track right off the bat, Try Me, those drums really hit you, but her voice just immediately striking. I just think it's a really great song. A lot of fun beat pops. I think it's like tambourines you hear. In general, I think the percussion throughout Falling or Flying, it's never like over the top, but it's always interesting. There's always something going on in the beat with the drums and whatever, whether it's cymbals, whether it's hi-hats, whatever it is, something's going on with the drums. It's always pretty interesting. Track 3, Little Things, the early tempo, when it's really just the beat before Jorja's vocals come in, almost kind of reminded me of like a show tuney vibe. Then it kind of picks back up and almost gets like really busy. It's like a lot of percussion, like these modest keys. Like, it's a very interesting beat. Feelings, that one stood out to me because it's a duet with J Hus. Of course, Jorja was just on the J Hus album earlier this year. Now Hus returning the favor on Jorja's record, and Jorja, she's good at duets. Listen to her songs with Burna Boy. We know this. This is a really good one. Actually, J Hus really impressed me with this. Kind of getting in his singing bag as someone who is a rapper and kind of Afrobeats artist first. He's like legitimately singing, but I guess you could say it's a bit of an Afrobeats song, at least a little bit. The title track, Falling or Flying, love the bass line on this one, but the chorus from Jorja in particular is very, I think, amazing. Like, really layered vocals from her sound really cool. Go Go Go, this is probably the most polarizing song on the album because it's got an acoustic guitar. It's almost like an indie pop song, I guess. I saw some people calling it pop punk. I don't really hear it as that, but it's indie / rock leading, at least in some way. It definitely stands out in the sense that it's not like anything else on the record, really anything else Jorja Smith has made to this point. I thought it sounded pretty good, but I understand if it's maybe not everyone's cup of tea. Greatest Gift, I thought the singing on that from Georgia was really nice. Same thing with Broken is the Man, which I think also has these really nice like bass hits, like the way the bass hits as Georgia's singing, like it's a really nice match. Makes Sense. I really like the understated delivery from Georgia on this. You know, she's an artist who she never like I think very rarely like beats you over the head with her vocal strength or anything like that. She's not really that kind of artist, but this song Makes Sense. It's even more understated than she normally is as a singer. And again, I think that just all that just kind of speaks to the dynamism that is like her vocal strength, where she doesn't need to belt shit out to really engage you with her voice. Makes Sense also stands out really intentional, I assume, squeaking on the guitars, you know, with the strumming. That stood out, as well as the drum tempo. Lately, I thought Georgia again really smashed it on the chorus with this one. Sounds awesome, really ear grabbing type vocals, and again like the beat, it's like it's just right. Sounds awesome. And then the last track, "What If My Heart Beats Faster," that was a really effective closer. So in conclusion, you know, shout out Georgia Smith, man. I think it's been a long time coming, obviously, but this really was a worth the wait type record for me. There's a lot to go back to on this, a lot of interesting moments, a lot of clear intention with the songcraft on this album. And obviously, I hope we don't have to wait quite as long next time. Jorja Smith, despite all this wait, she's only 25 years old, you know, obviously, of course, blowing up as a teenager. But I hope this really propels her forward once again, and she can kind of lead the way with R&B, because she's definitely one of my favorite artists in the space. But let me know, how did you feel about Falling or Flying? Was this album worth the wait for you like it was for me? What's your favorite song? And for more R&B reviews and music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.